Hey there, it is Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Radcliffe.
If you're with us on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, you'll see the square there. It's Blake Whiteley, and he is a rapper, a singer-songwriter, and he's dropping a video in just minutes. We're talking about it. Blake, how are you?
Doing good, guys. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. And I just have to say, because I'm kind of jealous because I don't have hair. Your hair is awesome. That's all. I mean, it's awesome is all I can say.
Hey, I appreciate it. You should see my dad's hair.
Really? That's who you get it from?
Oh, you think my hair is nice? Wait till you see his.
Hey, does it make you nervous at all when a 61-year-old man says you're going to drop a video? That seems just not to flow, does it?
It actually makes me feel comfortable. It's nice to hear my lingo back. So I love it. I love it. You guys are fitting right in there.
Awesome.
What a great guy. We do want to talk about the video here in a second. It's Sons and Daughters Conversation. It's a new video today, and you can catch it, and we'll tell you where you can catch it. Blake has quite a story. I was reading a little bit about the story. His mom and dad split at 2. And he got into, as you know, happens all the time. His mother was addicted, and he ended up living with her. And at some time in his life, his stuff started blowing up, and he was on stage, and he heard this voice. He was not a follower of Christ at that moment, but he heard this voice, and eventually his dad convinced him to go to a revival, and he made a decision. I think the rest is history. There's some good stuff going on in his world now. Blake, wow, what a story.
Yeah, what an experience. It was insane. Yeah. So, not a believer my whole life, had that moment, but you know, I always had those moments. My dad was always a believer growing up, and, he left his mark. And ultimately when I had my experience, he was kind of the one who led me and to seal the deal. So yeah, it's crazy, life-changing for sure.
So, fill in the blanks here. You said you heard a voice or something, you know, radically changed you. What was it? What happened?
Yeah, so I was on campus at Auburn right after Cam Newton won the national championship. I was there for a concert. I was VIP to that present because after that concert, I would go on to do the after party. I was kind of the entertainment for the entertainer, so to say. They ended up winning the game. Crazy parties were going on, and I was maybe 18 or 19 at the time. So, you know, I was just involving myself in things that nobody should ever be involved in, let alone a 18 or 19-year-old. And I ended up hitting the stage at a side club there on campus, and I was scheduled to do 8 songs, but I only got to 2 songs when I had my moment. And kind of this experience, man, it's really hard to put in words, and you guys as believers, you can attest to this or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. It's something that you truly have to experience for yourself. You know, we do our best to explain it. And as we know, faith comes by.
I think we dropped
we dropped audio here.
Audio there.
Are you with me?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Yeah. It's just something that you have to experience for yourself. And I ended up having that encounter on stage. Long story short, cut the mic, gave it back to the DJ. Didn't even back to the green room. I just walked off stage, walked outside, and you know, there's some stories after that, but on how I actually got to the revival and accepted Christ as my Lord and Savior.
Wow.
Great story. Blake Whiteley, he is a rapper and a songwriter, hip hop, I guess you would say. Would you call yourself? I mean, here I am 61, so I need some help. You're a rapper, hip hopper. How would you describe
artist?
How would you describe your music?
Yeah, I'm a hip hop artist. There's rap, and then there's hip hop. Hip hop is more storytelling and things like that. And that's essentially what I do. So
Blake, how'd you get into that? Were you always did you love music growing up all the time, or how'd you get into it?
Yeah, so my mom and dad were heavily, I wouldn't say involved in music, but they loved music growing up. So I was always exposed to it. I grew up in the inner city with my mom for probably the first half of my life. And the way I kind of fell in love with hip hop and rap, me and my mom, we were just kind of trying to get away from, you know, a hard night. She was like, kids, hop in the van. We're going to just drive around the city and listen to music. That's kind of what we did. You know, that's all we had at the time to escape our trials, so to say. And I remember driving around 465. That's the main loop here in our city. And she turned it to the local hip hop station. And when I heard the beat, man, it was like love at first sight. It was like seeing the girl that you like for the first time, man. And my heart started pumping and it almost just kind of clicked for me, like it's in me, so to say.
Wow. Blake Whiteley, he's got a song, a video dropping here. Actually, it's in minutes. The song is called Sons and Daughters Conversation. Talk about the song, where you came up, what it's about, and where you came up with it, and how can folks see this when you drop it?
So they can find it on YouTube. Right now is where it'll be posted. It'll be posted on all my social media sites where you push everybody to. It'll be the link will be up in the bio. But just a short backstory of the song is basically what we're talking about here. You know, a lot of people, and especially in my age group, and really every generation now, we try to find our hope and put our faith in things in this world. And most of the time, it just leaves us tired and empty. And this was just kind of my anthem and call to people to say, hey, listen, I've been on the other side of the fence. I know where you can find rest. I know where you can get peace. And that's through Christ alone. The only way to know your purpose in life, you hear that a lot by these kids, man. I just feel like I'm going through this world purposeless. Well, the only way to know your true purpose is to find it from the purpose maker, and that is Christ himself. So this song is just kind of a call to say, hey, it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Jesus still loves you. He came and he died on the cross for you so that you could have life and life everlasting. Not just peace on earth here, but you could have life everlasting in eternity with him. And so just come to the river, come to the altar. And the reason why I put that in there is the river is kind of like a symbol, not to do that, but kind of like a symbol. You could do it right there in your car. You could do it right there at your office. Jesus will meet you where you're at. It's you that's running. It's him that's pursuing. Just stop and turn to him.
Wow.
Blake, did you ever think, back in the day on the stage at Auburn, did you ever think you'd be doing hip hop music for Jesus at that time?
No, I didn't think I would. I mean, my dad would. He was the one that was, hey, church Sunday. You know, he played Jesus in the Easter and Christmas cantatas and all that. And from our perspective, he's 6'4", 224, and has long hair. He looks like Jesus, and he's a carpenter. So that doesn't make it even better.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was always like, dude, I'm played out on the whole Jesus thing, bro. But I appreciate you. I love you, Dad. I want to please you. And that's essentially how God got me. You know, that's how I ended up at the revival, because my dad, he knew what was happening that night at Auburn when my plane landed from that show, and him picking me up. He knew what was happening, but he was very strategic about, you know, what he was doing, because he didn't want to, like, not say scare me or whatever, but he wanted to kind of let God in his time and not force anything. So he invited me to the revival. I went just out of like, hey, I love and respect my dad. So he's about the only thing I have. So I'm going to go there. And then God used that to bring me to Christ. So to him,
hey, no doubt he's proud. Blake Whiteley, new video coming out here in minutes, Sons and Daughters Conversation. Check it out on YouTube. BlakeWhiteley.com is his website. You can follow him there, and also Dan's flashed the socials there to follow him. What's next for you? Are you traveling any? Are you doing public stuff? What's going
on? We did a tour with artist Aaron Cole and Roy Tosh not too long ago. That was sort of in the middle of the pandemic. obviously, as you know, that's kind of shut everything down as of late. Lost a couple tours from it, but we are hearing good things and stuff starting to open up and get back to normal. So we're looking to go out here in the near future. But I have 3 new singles coming out after this, and also a project that I'm working on that will be releasing toward the fall. So I'm excited for all those things, and Sons and Daughters is just the beginning of all that.
So the video is out today. Can they get it on Spotify and Apple Music as well, or is it just the video today?
It's just the video. The single is already out. So the video is, you can get the single anywhere you stream music, whatever platform, but the video will just be through YouTube right now. And then the link will also be up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
All right. Sweet.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Blake Whiteley, you can go to blakewhiteley.com and check out his video. It's dropping in minutes on YouTube. Blake, we'd love to catch up with you late summer, early fall. Let's talk about the project and see what's going on the rest of 2021. We enjoyed having you. You're amazing.
Absolutely. I'd love to be back, and thank you guys so much for having me.
Appreciate it, man.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.